From the bold geometry of the National Gallery of Art East Building in Washington, D.C., to the iconic glass pyramid at the Louvre, the soaring Bank of China Tower in Hong Kong, the serene Suzhou Museum, and the dazzling Museum of Islamic Art in Doha, Liu Mingpei's works have shaped skylines and cultural landmarks around the world. Now, a new exhibition, I Am Pei Life is Architecture at Shanghai's Power Station of Art, offers the Chinese mainland's first full retrospective of the Chinese-American master architect. Born in Guangzhou, Pei spent his early years in Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Suzhou before moving to the United States in 1935 to study architecture, launching a career that spanned more than 70 years. The exhibition is an exciting prelude to WestK Shanghai Week 2025, running from June 18th to 22nd, a dynamic cultural exchange between Hong Kong and Shanghai. The West Kowloon Cultural District Authority has partnered with 6 of Shanghai's cultural institutions to present 7 spectacular programs. The lineup includes major exhibitions, the original Cantonese musical The Impossible Trial, traditional Siqu performances, and contemporary music and dance productions. Earlier, I spoke with Betty Fung, CEO of West Kowloon Cultural District Authority, about the significance of this collaboration.
Mr. I Am Pei, he actually has roots in mainland, in Suzhou and also in Shanghai, and he grew up in Hong Kong. He himself is already a very strong link between Shanghai and Hong Kong. So we really wish that the exhibition become a taster for what Hong Kong or for what West Kowloon Cultural District is able to offer to the Shanghai audience. And once they come to see the exhibition, they will know that the Hong Kong and West Kowloon is already at a different level, different from what they may have thought Hong Kong was before.
This is West Kowloon Cultural District Authority's first major showcase outside Hong Kong. Why was Shanghai chosen as the starting point?
And I found that Shanghai's audience is very similar to Hong Kong's audience in terms of their taste, the standard of programs that they like to have, and also their affordability. We decided to not just present 1 or 2 programs in Shanghai, but a whole week of programs that embrace not just traditional culture, but also contemporary culture.
How did Shanghai's art ecosystem influence your programming?
Well, actually, I was quite surprised when I first visited Shanghai 2 years ago. In terms of the level or degree of commercialization of programs, Shanghai audience are willing to pay quite a lot for those good quality programs. We should also learn from Shanghai how to commercialize arts and culture to make it a sustainable and financially viable business. And as you know, West Kowloon Cultural District, we don't have government subvention. Really depends on ticketing income, sponsorship income, or venue hiring income as our main source of income. I think this is important because if you are continuing to subsidize arts and culture, it can never really become a business. And in Hong Kong, as we are trying to diversify our economy, not just relying on the old business like the finance and trade.
And why do you want to develop the art industry?
There are 2 major reasons why Hong Kong has to devote so much resources and have to set aside such a very prominent location for the development of West Kowloon Cultural District. To raise the quality of living of Hong Kong people. If you just have business, have nothing else, you are very difficult to retain talent. So you really have to have something to offer to them apart from working very hard every day. And another reason is that because Hong Kong is like Shanghai, we have been very international, but we have our roots in Chinese culture. So it's a very good location to foster this kinds of East-West international cultural exchange. At some point in time, many people call Hong Kong a cultural desert. But this is not true. Like the Cantonese opera is now a UNESCO listed intangible cultural heritage owned by Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong. So something that has been there always, but it's just that nobody promotes them to the citizens and also to the younger generation. By having the cultural district, you have a place that cluster everything together, and you raise the attention, awareness of people of the culture that Hong Kong can offer. And looking back 15 years from when we set up, Hong Kong is really have something to offer in terms of arts and culture, and it's of a high quality that could bring us on par with real international cities.
Could this lead to deeper Shanghai-Hong Kong art collaborations?
I think I have already decided that Shanghai will be our closest partners among all the mainland cities. So far, the response has been very encouraging. The Impossible Trial is a very successful original Cantonese musical in Hong Kong. When we bring it to Shanghai, the first 5 shows were sold last year, and it was sold out within a few hours. And that's why our partner, the Shanghai Cultural Square, decided to roll out another 5 shows. And I understand that tickets were also being sold very quickly. So it's given us a very strong boost of confidence. And I have been looking at other partners, local partners. My museum director, Dr. Liu Fung, is in close discussion with Shanghai Museum to see in future if we can co-commission some exhibitions. In that way, we could really reduce the cost and expand the audience base for a certain program. And similarly for performing arts, Paul Tam, the executive director performing arts, is also in discussion with many venues like the Grand Opera House to discuss collaboration. Again, in terms of co-commissioning of programs, in the run-up of the opening of our new venue, the WestK Performing Arts Center, we need new programs.
How do you see the district shaping global cultural conversations?
We have already signed a memorandum of understanding with 31 institutions in the Americas, in Europe, as well as in Asia, and of course also in mainland. So this is already a very strong network covering many important institutions. Recently, I went to Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, and also Abu Dhabi in the UAE. They have built the hardware, but they don't have the software, they don't have the programs. And they welcome Hong Kong West Kowloon Cultural District Authority to bring not just West Kowloon program, but also Chinese and mainland museum programs. So we will leverage the network to foster a dialogue between Eastern and also Western culture, especially Chinese culture, with the rest of the world.